Rachel. This is your book. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, this is so exciting.
But the colours of the reef that you have created are incredibly fluorescent. Like, is this the colour match that you were looking for? It's such a vibrant colour. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and I really wanted it to pop, and I wanted each page to be different.
Yeah.
So because underwater you could get pretty monotonous. So I wanted to create variation through the pages.
So you're French. Like, when you first arrived in Queensland, what was your first impressions?
Oh, the palm trees, like an eternal holiday.
Yes.
The blue sky, eternal. That's amazing for me. It's like, I just want to be here. That was like the...
And you still are.
Yeah.
So I guess the intensity of the colour looks like it still plays through in your work, and particularly like when you're illustrating the Great Barrier Reef. What were the things you really focused on in developing the visuals for this book?
I wanted to draw on my experience because I love free diving and snorkeling.
Oh, great.
And I've done, I don't know, quite a bit of it. And so I was trying to draw on that, like the feeling you get underwater.
Yes.
Kind of dreaming and silence, but it's like it's wonderful. So I was trying to draw on that, but also that was also the idea of the editor and the writer to just come in slowly from above and then go and dive deep in and to come out again.
Yes.
So I was really also trying to convey that feeling, going deeper.
Yeah.
And I thought, because I guess underwater it's a lot more atmospheric, I guess.
Yeah.
You can really play with colors and waves, and it's very fluid. So I was trying to bring that in as well.
Now, this is a counting book, but it also brings to the reader's attention creatures that are endangered or are struggling and heading towards extinction even. Like, why is this important for kids to understand?
I think it's important, many reasons, just for them to be aware of the beauty of nature, but how it needs to be protected and looked after.
Yeah.
Just brings mindfulness around that, which I think is really important.
Yes.
And I think they also are probably more sensitive to it than we are sometimes as adults.
How did you become a children's illustrator for books?
Oh, it was always a dream of mine when I first started. But I studied graphic design, and I've done both at the same time for years. But illustration mostly was commercial. Like, I've worked a lot in advertising and packaging. And children's books is a more recent thing, when I decided a couple of years ago that I wanted to focus on that and get better. And so I've trying to focus more. I've also done my own picture books just to teach myself.
And what kind of materials are you using, particularly in this book?
Digital.
Yeah.
Completely digital.
Perfect. No shame in that.
I try to make it so you can't tell. I think you can nowadays because it's very common, but it's still very much like drawing. You use brushes and textures, and you still have to draw. But there's the undo button that makes things a bit easier sometimes.
And what does it mean to you to be part of this series?
Oh, it's so exciting. I'm quite new to Queensland, so for me it's how do you say, honor? It's amazing to be part of something with other illustrators that also is the way it's going to be distributed. That's very meaningful to me. Yes. It's not a product. It's something very cultural. Yeah. And it makes me feel like I'm more part of this place, which is wonderful for me.
Why is it so important for young people to hear local stories by local people?
I think we all need to connect to our local places. It helps us with our identity and relate to our environment, the people around us. So I think it's great to do that through stories and storytelling.
Yeah, perfect. Well, congratulations. The book is absolutely beautiful, and I think it's a really, really important story, and what a great way to learn how to count. So thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.